On the morning of June 6, 1944, over 160,000 Allied troops landed on the beaches of Europe, which was also known as Operation Overlord. This attack brought together land, sea, and air forces, which became known as the largest invasion army in human history. It was the beginning of the end of Hitler's reign. We will be visiting all important parts of D-Day that were built here in Minecraft. We start today's tour at the USS Texas. Built on May 18, 1912, the ship played a huge role in the attack on the Axis powers. It provided gunfire that was imperative to the Allies' survival, shooting over 200 shells the size of basketballs at Point Duac. These shells would be aimed to hit German gun emplacements and later beach exits as well. A fun fact about the USS Texas is that it was actually intentionally flooded in order to elevate the ship on one side so its guns would have more reach. Only one crewman was ever killed on the ship. Now, we move down to the beach where over 9,000 Allied soldiers were unfortunately killed in the first 24 hours. Our focus will be on the Omaha Beach, the bloodiest of the five, which had 2,400 casualties. The goal of the U.S. troops was to advance forward and gain control of the main east-west road. The Allied troops arrived in small boats known as the Higgins boat. About 1,500 of these boats were used to land troops and vehicles all over Europe during D-Day. A World War II veteran, Frank DeVita, had the job of dropping the ramp that was in front of the boat to protect the Allied troops from being shot while making their way down to the beach. When he was told to drop the ramp, he hesitated at first, as he was fearful for his fellow soldiers. After being yelled at, he finally drops the ramp and recalls the sight by saying, "The first 7 or 8, 9, 10 guys went down like you're cutting wheat. They were too young to vote, but they weren't too young to die." The Germans had plenty of defenses set up to increase their chances of winning this battle. Firstly, the Germans had several mines across the Omaha Beach. Even though this seems bad for the Allies, the mines actually provided for the only cover they used on the beach. The Germans also had 13 resistance nests, which are also known as their strong points. This is where the Germans were in when firing upon the charging Americans. The Germans also had a long trench system to provide themselves with cover, and the trenches were also used as an anti-tank defense. All of these defenses put together were the biggest construction project of the entire war. Over 23,000 paratroopers were used in D-Day, and over 2,500 were killed. These paratroopers were all dropped by one type of aircraft, that being the Douglas C-47. They were deployed behind enemy lines to lessen the amount of Germans firing upon the Americans on the beach. They were also used to secure targets such as Sainte-Mère-Église. This was very risky for these paratroopers because if the assault on the beaches had failed, there would be no rescue for them. Because of the fog and German weapons, pilots weren't able to accurately drop off their paratroopers as planned. Only 1/6 of the paratroopers in the 101st Division reached their intended location. The 82nd had better luck, but they had lost a lot of supplies on their way down. While facing these challenges, the paratroopers were still able to capture Sainte-Mère-Église. This concludes our tour of the Minecraft model of D-Day. I hope you have enjoyed your time here. Our builder, Andy Olson, put a lot of time and effort into this project, and the creator of this video, Connor Sopko, stayed up until 3 a.m. the day before it was due to finish it. Thank you for watching and have a great day, especially you, Kevin Mason.